Just get the
Yeah,
hype built up.
yeah,
Hype
yeah.
built up. Yeah.
What tune you got lined up? You ain't got no tunes?
Let me see them.
Sharp face.
Madon, hold on.
What you sipping on, Laviat?
Today I'm sipping on some high power H2O.
It's lit.
The
I'm
H
solo
stands.
cupping it. I'm solo cupping it though.
I can dig it.
Everything tastes better in a solo cup.
Apparently.
Red cups make a nigga look famous.
Yeah, dude.
Hold on. I got a phone call coming. Y'all gonna have to take over for a little while.
Guess we gonna have to beatbox. Spit a quick freestyle thing. But yeah, welcome to the war as usual. What episode it is? I don't even know what number it is, but welcome back everybody. See, ain't
Yeah.
nobody really tuning in yet, but we'll get there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We got one viewer in the house. Are we live on Cross the Line Radio?
I don't think we are, to be honest.
They say we are, I think.
We is.
Maybe. Yeah, we on Cross the Line. All right, so welcome back. Keep it up. Another week in hell at war, as usual. What we got lined up, y'all?
Man, what's been going on in the world?
So much
Sheesh.
going on in the LBC.
Sheesh.
Man, if you haven't done it already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Get them subscribers up, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get these subscribers up.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. You know what I'm saying? It's actually been growing very, very, consistent, but very slowly. You know what I'm saying?
What's up with the giveaway? Did
Yeah,
anybody
and
hit
that's
you
the other
up?
thing too. I got one inbox.
One inbox.
And one person hit me up, so that one person they followed the order, or they like I guess you want to call it an order, but they followed the what's it called? You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna be getting a free gift. It'll be coming in the mail in no time. But I'm gonna definitely let you know. Let me send you the tracking number and all that. But I only got one inbox, man. So hey,
Yeah, see? No sweat.
It was meant for them. It was meant for them.
Right.
for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so as you can see, man, we're doing giveaways. Listen, and when you get your gift, right? When your gift come in the mail, I want you to post about it. You know what I'm saying? If you could, please post about it and say War as usual hook you up with a free gift. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say what the gift is. You know what I'm saying? But when you get your gift, go ahead and post about it and be like, yeah, War as usual hooked me up with a free gift. It came in the mail. Y'all need to go and subscribe to their channel. You know what I'm saying? Do us a solid. We're doing you a solid. A solid for a solid. That's solid. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? We're definitely going to talk about, as you can see in the title, the 121 unmarked graves found in Central Florida, man, at an airbase. Yeah, that's ridiculous, man. Also, we're gonna talk about the brick lady, how she's a goddamn scam likely. You know what I'm saying? She ain't scam likely. She's scam guaranteed.
Scam for sure.
Scam for
Scam
sure.
artist.
She's artistic with her scamming. Goddamn. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it, man, and how what is she, Ghanaian, Nigerian,
I think so.
whatever,
Yeah.
Yeah, she one of them.
whatever. They all a
Eritrean.
bunch of damn, finesse artists and scammers and stuff, man. I mean, how many stories we gotta hear about them damn people scamming our people, and we sitting here talking about we the same people. You know what I
Man.
mean?
That go back to her grandfathers and all that. Like during that time, I think it was like back in the 70s and the 80s, like
Right.
during that coming to America period.
Yeah.
Where all those They was scamming women and stuff, talking about, hey, I'm a prince, send me some money.
Yeah.
I need 500 to get my 500 million over there. Yo,
God, like Back to America
crazy.
and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Crazy.
y'all remember it was a story. It was a story that came out with this old lady she ended like, she was dealing with this cat for like years or whatever, or a year, something like that for a while. And over that time period, she gave him like millions of dollars. And then she finally she was about to go fly out there. And I forgot what happened, but she came back to America disappointed. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course.
Like,
Yeah,
you
that's
know what I'm
how it
saying?
be.
Like, y'all see, the problem is, and this is why this is war as usual, because, you know what I'm saying, our oppressor put us at war with our own women, man. They put the black man, the black Hispanic and Native Indian man against his own damn woman, man. His black, Hispanic, and Native Indian woman. And now we sitting here trying to go after every other nation but our own. We want to be married to every nation but our own, and they always treat us like crap at the end of the day.
Yeah. I
So
think that was like the. Oh, my fault. I don't mean to cut you. I was just gonna make mention. I think that's the huge significance of the whole story of how black woman was so, upset and behind this woman and supporting this woman and turning against their own man behind this scam likely woman, and turned out to be a lie. So that's crazy.
Yeah. They definitely rallied behind her, I'll tell you that.
Right.
And to the untrained eye, it looked believable, but for the people that's been in the war and this war as usual, then you already, I mean, the antennas went up immediately. You know what I mean? Like,
Listen,
I didn't seen too much, you know what I'm saying, to fall for it, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I withheld my judgment, but I also was like, I don't know, like this story sounded kind of weird, but I don't know how y'all want to do it, but that story was weird from the beginning.
From the jump, I perceived that are a prophet, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we did a
because we covered it. Yeah, we covered it when it first dropped. Yeah. I was like, nah. He's like, nah, that ain't. Something don't sound right. I mean, we broke it down to the fact of somebody even getting hit in the face with a brick. You know what I mean? Like it just didn't seem right. So now it's coming to the light.
That's a hot take too. That's controversial to even say, like in the forefront of it, to say when it first started to get its buzz, to say like, nah, this son skeptical about this. You know what I mean? This is not all the way right about this. And it comes to find out that all the people that was upset at the people that was saying that it might not be true, you know what I'm saying, comes to find out now that they have to be willing to take accountability that they was wrong as well. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
He was wrong,
Right.
You know that guy. You know that brother, he's an influencer on TikTok and stuff. His name Farah BB.
Farah BB.
I know what I'm talking about. Well, he did a video. He did a video on the incident, like like a parody video or whatever. And it was funny. I seen it today. I'm about to it up.
Okay.
Yeah, that was. I don't know, man. And then I think right after that, when that was happening, was old girl who man, they've been lying so much I can't even keep up with the stories. Old girl who disappeared for like 2-3 days in the woods and was like she got kidnapped. Remember the baby on the highway? Oh my God.
That reminded me of that Dave Chappelle joke. He was like, baby on the side of the street. Hey baby, go home.
Hey baby. Hey, I got a family.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was tough, man. That was tough.
That was rough. Now listen, here go this dude. I gotta start it over. I gotta let it play.
And the black man asked me for my number.
When
I told him no, anger came up and he hit me with a brick aggressively. He didn't cut the skin or break no bones, but he hit me, man. Oh my God. Here, take everything in my pocket. Hold on. Here, I got some more. My pockets are extra deep for people like you who are real victims of senseless violence. Here you go. Is that enough?
Yeah, it's
Hell yeah, bitch. I'm gonna get a BBL. This is like 60 grand. Oh, yes. Thank you so much. I really appreciate
Oh man.
that. Hey, hold on, y'all. Something fishy about this. She got hit with a brick aggressively, and she ain't got no gashes, broken bones, or blunt force trauma. And then she got a history of domestic violence and scamming. Let's look into this just a little bit more. I'll just say you fucking hate black women and get it over with. I'm just trying to help. We don't need your fucking help. Shit. Now, miss, are you good? Damn, wait, where'd she go? Oh, yeah, Houston Police Department. We're actually here to question you about the lady that you donated money to because we're looking for her.
She on the run, ain't she?
For fraud. What you mean fraud? She really got assaulted, right? Well, kinda. She was arguing with a guy friend of hers where she then
I'm about to let this shit play again, but I'm
assaulted him first, and he assaulted her back. And in Texas, we call that a self-defense fight. Wait, so she wasn't an innocent black woman minding her business, victim of a black man's fragile ego and inability to take rejection? Because I really want to believe that. And did she not get hit with a brick aggressively? No, ma'am. She just...
All right, so I'm going to tell you about it because goddamn, I can't take it.
Yeah, that's choppy.
I can't take it no more. Anyway, like he did a parody of the whole situation. It was hilarious, but he was playing, black women and how they supported this woman, this scam guaranteed woman, scam for sure woman, and basically got played. But again, this lets you know that these men that you see on this panel right here, above me, below me, you know what I'm saying? These men are real prophets. These men see through deception, and they're here to warn you. Here to warn you of the bull crap that's the wool that's being pulled over your eyes. You understand? Especially you black women, but you simple Negroes too. You know what I mean? You need help realizing who your real enemy is. All right? We not each other's enemies. We got enemies. And they these other nations. The map cartographer said Nigerian death factory. Like that's what enemy is. You know what I mean? We got enemies, man. And we sitting here beefing with each other. The black man, like the other character he was portraying was, the black man who's another black man who he probably got a profit. Like, he's not like the men in the ISUBK, but he got enough sense to know, like, wait a minute, this don't sound right. You about to go and spend $20,000, $60,000, $100,000 and give it to this lady for what? We got issues. What?
She made bread.
Yeah, she made bread, and it's like we got issues.
Like 45,000.
Yeah, we got issues that if we would have put that 45,000 into our issues and to fix our problems in our communities, you know what I'm saying? If we did that and supported us the way that we want to support everybody else outside of us, then we would thrive. Just look at Black Wall Street, look at Rosewood. You know what I'm saying? Look at all these black cities that thrive because they stuck together and put their money in their own pockets. You know what I mean? That was destroyed because we decided to let our enemies in.
Yeah, facts. Like she's for sure an enemy. Like she's for sure on top. You know what I mean? Like she's just out there perpetuating a narrative that's back behind white supremacy. You get what I'm saying? Like that shit dates back all the way back to the feminist movement of trying to push the black man out of the household, demonizing the black man. You know what I'm saying? Creating an enemy between the black man and the black woman. So that way we don't raise black families. You get what I'm saying? And she made a living off of that. 40,000 off of that.
Yeah. 40,000.
And the way she told the lie too, like I don't know if anybody has ever dealt with this, but if you ever dealt with a woman who is lying, but she's willing to go to the length of lying to where she got snot bubbles coming out her nose. I mean, that's basically what she did. Like if you see the video when she was in the hospital, she was like, I mean, tears and snot, like she was bringing it. Like, I mean, Academy Award goes to, you know what I'm saying? Like, She literally was doing that, and then for the simple people, they was like falling for that. But again, I don't know if I just been exposed to too much, but getting hit upside the head with a brick and you just got a lump on your face, like my man was saying in the video, no blunt force trauma, then break the skin, like for her face to be lumped like that. No, I ain't hearing that. And you ain't called the police.
Right.
Come on, man, get the hell out of here. The first thing you did was pick up your phone.
Yeah,
and then everybody's standing around like, where this man go? Like, where he go? Like, this is a serial bricker. That's just what he's doing. He's just doing it.
And what's crazy is it's just like that Juicy Smollett lie. But it's crazy because you could have said somebody came and punched you. You know what I'm saying? That would have been more believable. Right. But you had to make it so extreme to say somebody hit you upside the head with a brick. God. And you here to tell the story, nigga, you should be laying down somewhere.
Yeah, a whole brick. Like for it.
And it left it left like, okay, like let's say realistically, right? If the brick hits you hard enough to cause swelling, this nigga would have hit. Don't you think that's enough for us to like
the internal damage? God, facts. Yeah, she definitely would have been laid out. Like if that was the case, you know what I'm saying, for it to leave a mark like that. Video, right? Yeah, God, right.
Nonsense.
You wouldn't be making no video. God,
nonsense.
If I may too, I don't want to, hog up the time, but I just want to mention as well, like, if all the people that was out there that was naive to this woman, you know what I mean, to her lies and all of that, and trying to rally behind her and make the statement that how black man is trash and black man don't protect the black woman and all of that stuff, man, it comes to find out that what she was giving y'all, what she was feeding y'all was all a lie. You know what I mean? And Officer Lapayard and Officer Itazar spoke on this. You know what I'm saying? We spoke on this when the story first broke out. You know what I'm saying? Black men has always protected black women. And here's the new thing now, right? Not only that we are created and made to protect the black woman, you know what I mean? But we also have to protect you from yourself now. You get what I'm saying? Like, men are needed in society to stop women from making dumb decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why we here. Because if it was up to y'all be naive to all the lies and the dangers that people are throwing out there that y'all fall and believe to think it's true. You know what I'm saying? So all that, it's all a hustle, man.
Hey, Salaki.
For sure. Hey, can I say something real quick? Olivia Arnold, I gotta say, she said, your eyes looking low. Are you okay? Yeah, I was looking down at the screen. I mean, just so you know what I mean?
She's looking out for you.
I just want to address that, you know what I mean? Like, it just looked like that because my screen is lower, so I'm looking down, you know what I mean? So just I'm good.
Yeah.
Just want to put that out there.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Black women looking out for black men and vice versa. You know
Thank you. I appreciate that because, I appreciate it. You know
look at this comment right here.
I didn't get hit with no brick, but I'm okay. Right. You know what I
mean? This comment by Antique Chantel is the prime example of what he was just portraying in this video. She said, from the picture, it looked like she was definitely hit with a brick. What part did I miss? Have you ever seen somebody get hit with a brick? It's not pretty at all.
No.
It don't look like you don't start looking like Stewie Griffin on one side of your face. You know what I'm saying? You look like you got hit with a brick. There's literally an expression for that. There's literally a saying that's damn, you like you got hit with a brick. Because that shit looks it looks effed up.
Yeah. Definitely.
At this point, it's a religion now.
Hold up. Is this a Nigerian? Oh damn, we done talked the Nigerians in.
What do you say?
We done talked the Nigerians into the room. R. Vince Joseph Pierre said, I need who to help me. You need who to help you?
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
You need who to help you, man. Anyway.
Sorry, I don't speak the language.
Shayala in this bitch. From Houston, Texas. Shalom, sis. What you say? What you say? Yeah, don't assume nothing on me. Ask me now. We got some beef in the shop in the barracks. Who's Aya?
No, she just responded to it. Yeah.
Anyway, No beefing in the barracks, man. You can't beef in the barracks.
But hey, this is war as usual. Let's get it. You know what I mean? But
Right, right.
but it's a religion.
More to the
You know what I
streets.
mean? It's like either you believe or you don't. You know what I mean? And even if the facts come out, people are still gonna believe that something might have happened, that she got hit with a brick. You know what I mean? They don't even want to believe the facts, and it's no different from any other religion. You know what I'm saying? They just feed you the lies, and whatever makes you feel good or convenient about your idea about yourself and the world, you roll with it. So that's all it is.
Yeah, and we in the age of misinformation. You know what I'm saying? People want to go viral so bad that they willing to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like people want attention so bad that they willing to say, well, whoever get the first story, you know what I'm saying? Like it's one of those things that happens. Like you see it all the time on Facebook. People just be sharing stories, like they read it, they don't check the source, they just share it. You know what I mean? So since people know that, I remember some time ago, it was some years ago, that they did a whole story about this guy who sits at home. His main job is to make fake stories. That's just what he does. Like he sits online all day and just make fake stories. He get paid to do it. You know what I'm saying? He get paid by the clicks. And this had to be like 2014, 2015, somewhere in there. I couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now it's a common thing. So if anybody pick up a camera and say, look, this happened to me, people, gonna jump on it, especially if you're a woman. Now, for a man, if I would have went on there and said I got hit with a brick, that would have been like, what you do? Where he at? Where the proof? Why you ain't bleeding? They would have became forensic scientists to make sure that I didn't get the help that I need if I really got hit by a brick. But those tears, that's a dangerous thing nowadays. And if you look at a lot of the stories that happen, like when a lot of, and I'm not talking about every woman, I'm saying about the women who abuse this, but when women cry tears, it's a problem. It is a big problem because men standing around, women standing around, they're going to believe her no matter what is going on. And we've seen some of these stories play out in the news where, oh boy, I forgot his name, the one that was running in the street.
Jonathan Majors.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's dangerous. You got to be careful.
That nigga was on the run. I don't even think we covered that too.
I don't think so either.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But listen, and it's crazy because Black women are the only women that won't get hurt when they shed tears. You know what I'm saying? Like every other nation of people, you know what I'm saying, outside of Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian women, their tears don't matter. How do I know? Because every time, listen, how many times have you seen a Black woman or Hispanic woman or even a Native Indian woman who has cried because the police were being too brutal for them? You know what I'm saying? Being too brutal to them, and they end up having, a miscarriage of their child, or they end up, being unalive by that cop after crying and begging for mercy. You know what I'm saying? Why is it that our tears are the only ones that don't matter when everybody else's does?
Listen, that's heavy what you brought up, because even the stats of pregnancy amongst Black women, they are the number one leading in pregnancy deaths, because oftentimes when they cry out to the doctor that they're having complications during the pregnancy or whatnot, they're often ignored, you know what I mean, by the doctors or whatnot, and they roll past their pain, and eventually, they end up losing their life. So that's true, very, very much true.
Yeah. I wanted to bring up this. Just look at this article real quick. But this is who he was talking about for those who don't know. But it says woman known as Brick Lady charged in Houston after being accused of making whole thing up, raising $42K on GoFundMe.
Listen, she on the run now too. With 42K.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. With the watermelon, bro.
Yeah.
Is this not the most stereotype thing you ever seen in your life? Now, I love watermelon, don't get me wrong, but come on now. This is the picture that they put up here.
That's what they call pandering.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
Look, Okay. A woman went viral on social media after making claims a man assaulted her with a brick outside a Houston club. Is now accused of raising tens of thousands of dollars in a GoFundMe scam. Rhonda Osmond, 33, has been charged with felony theft by deception. That's the first time I ever heard that. According to charging
By
documents,
deception.
felony theft by deception. Damn. I'm gonna start incorporating that, man. I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people felony theft by deception. Felony theft by deception. Insurance companies. Osmond raised at least.
I was gonna say Amalek.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Small hats.
For sure. Osmond raised at least $40,000 through a fraudulent GoFundMe page she started in September that claimed she was victim of a similar attack more than 3 years ago. So not only did she get hit with a brick this time, but a similar attack. So her and bricks, something about her supposedly make me want to pick up a brick and hit her. I don't know.
She's
I'm
serial
not.
deceptionist, nigga.
Yeah.
Cause then before she did the brick thing, she had another incident with her.
Oh man.
She did, and she had the same thing. She a repeat offender.
Yes.
Goddamn criminal.
Experience.
Yeah.
This is what they call a career criminal.
Yep.
Brick at her head because she would not give him her phone number is now wanted by Houston police. This story got national attention after that woman live streamed what she claimed was the aftermath on Instagram and started a GoFundMe. Only KPRC2's Bryce Newberry is.
I don't want to, be too long-winded, but it goes back to what you said. By just seeing that video alone, imagine you don't have no facts. You didn't, dig into the details. All you see is just that video. Stuff like that is what compels you to be like, you know what? She was hit by a brick.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
right away.
And that's how people get swindled. Like, just by seeing stuff like that.
Right away.
And that's how Emmett Till got killed. So, go ahead.
And if I could add to that, that's why it's important for you women to listen to your man. He's trying to protect you. He can see things that you can't see because sometimes you just get too emotional. Ain't no problem, because that's just y'all this y'all superpower. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just love so much and so deep. You know what I'm saying? That's y'all superpower. But don't let your superpower be your weakness and your downfall as well. That's why you got the black man. You got your man to be on your side to tell you when it's time to act tough. You know what I'm saying? Nah, listen, don't even fall for that. and you men, you know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be too one-sided. Because you men out there, y'all need to learn how to use your superpower, which is wisdom, which is courage, bravery. You know what I'm saying? Knowing how to stand up for your woman, stand up for your family. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And being able to warn them of pitfalls like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because one thing that I do know, that I've experienced, that you can go anywhere and see this, but if you get some women in a room and one of them start crying, oh, you best believe at some point in time they probably all gonna start crying. They may not have no facts on what's going on or nothing, and she knew that. She understood that she can play on the emotions of women by being in the hospital. She didn't dress the whole stage, you know what I'm saying, and sing. I'm in the hospital. I got this big old lump on my face. I'm crying and snotting. What y'all gonna say? It didn't happen to me. Ain't no witnesses. Nobody's seen it. There's no suspect. How y'all gonna tell me it didn't happen? Right. You know what I mean? Like it's her word versus nobody's word. So people just believe it. And from that lie, she raised $42,000. $42,000. We out here telling the truth and can't get 20. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh. And then you wonder.
Listen, we can't even get 20 likes. Listen, we can't even give out fresh.
No, we can't. We can't even get you to hit the subscribe button. And we telling you the truth. We telling you that she lying. You won't even hit the subscribe button. But if I came on here and said, bro, 6 people hit me in the head with a brick, do something, y'all will be all over it. But we got dignity standards, all that boring stuff. Tell the truth.
Talking with the prosecutor on this case tonight. He joins us live near the Galleria with the latest, Bryce.
Daniela, Houston police got called to this street in September, and when they arrived, the woman seen in that viral video told them that an Uber driver threw a brick at her head and then tried to kidnap her. But tonight, she has become the focus of this criminal investigation because Houston police say that.
Wait. So she said an Uber driver did it. Now I don't know if everybody been following this, but in the beginning, that's not what she said.
Yeah,
that's not what happened. In the beginning, it was a dude trying to get her number, and because she said no, he picked up a brick in front of all these dudes that was out there, hit her, and then ran off. And she said he had a suit on.
Right.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Surveillance footage.
I ain't the greatest detective, but come on.
My bad.
Go ahead, Alex.
If I could, it's always these heathens, man. Like I'm gonna bring up the Juicy Smollett thing again. You know what I'm saying? Like that, contrary to popular, there's another chocolate covered heathen that everybody think is a black man who's not. You know what I'm saying? He's a Jewish white man. His father's a Jewish white man. You understand? And he tried to scam. And you would think, bro, y'all, like, he's a rich celebrity with money. And he's gay. He got everything. He got everything that you don't have. But he wants more. You know what I'm saying? And that's just like this damn lying behind Ethiopian or whatever the hell she is. She's greedy. You know what I'm saying? Want some money and want to exploit you to get it.
Right.
Yeah, man. That's, and I'm glad this the look. I'm happy she ain't Israel. Me too, sis. Me too. Because boy, we got enough problems. But when I first saw that, I couldn't tell. I was like, oh man, please.
I could tell.
Yeah. I mean, after I went to her TikTok, I could see after that. But initially I didn't know. You know what I mean? But I also was like, to the world, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? She got brown skin, so she black. It don't matter. We know the truth. You know what I'm saying? So whatever she said was gonna be black men versus black women, no matter if she Nigerian or from Ghana or wherever she from. It was gonna be black men versus black women, no matter. So, but knowing what we know and who Israel really is, I was happy, like, man, because that's too much.
Brick lady, yeah, that's her.
Yeah, that's
footage captured by cameras on this street doesn't match her story.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick.
Look at that.
Black man just watched.
This video with more than 1 million
picture right there.
Instagram page captured.
When I seen that video, when I seen that face, I'm like, yeah, that ain't Israel.
Bro, look at that.
Yeah,
look at that.
That is not a brick.
Yikes, bro. Yikes.
Ain't no way.
She probably had Wait, didn't she fill her face up with something?
Well, that was one of the stories that they were saying, that she was there getting like some injections and it went wrong. I guess the nurse messed up and lumped her up. You know what I mean? And then she took that opportunity, like, what kind of scam artist you got to be to just be like, you know what, this would be a good opportunity to say this happened. And then remember when we covered it the first time, we pulled up video of her in the club with a mask on.
Yeah.
She had a mask on her face dancing in the club, covering it up. And then I guess when the club was over and she had the liquid courage, she went out to the street and just pulled that off and said, somebody hit me with a brick. And all them dudes standing around like, who? Where? It was a man in a suit and he ran off. Like, I mean, come on.
And then she went to talking bad about not Nigerian men, you understand, but black men. You started talking all this shit about black men and how niggas ain't ish and niggas ain't this and niggas ain't that. And you niggas just gonna sit there and stand there and not do nothing. And all you niggas, and kept throwing around a racial slur when she herself is not a nigga. She's not a black woman. You understand? But she gets to throw around a racial slur and make $42,000 off of it.
No matter how much watermelon she eats, she'll never
eat that damn watermelon, sir. She took a bite out of it. She took one bite out of it and posed like, and spit it out.
Threw it out. Right.
Right.
Spit it out. Yeah, she ain't
a brutal attack in West.
Oh.
Goddamn. Gotta pay the bills.
It's Houston.
Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face?
The woman is 33-year-old Rhoda Osmond.
What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this?
Seen here in tears in a
So
hospital
innocent.
gown.
She told the
Crazy.
detective that responded that she was hit in the head with a brick after she refused to give her phone number.
Keith Houston, is this? Never mind. I'm about to get into my conspiracy theory. Salaki, go ahead.
To a guy on the street.
And was that
The shit
verified
connected
by
to the
any
tunnels?
of the
It's
evidence that
connected. It's
detectives
all
looked at?
connected, man. Illuminati.
Right.
Nigga came out the sewer with the brick.
Right.
No, that was not verified.
Harris County prosecutor Keith Houston says surveillance videos from that early September morning show Osmond hitting a man
it went back.
So
It
she's
went
the
back
one
down
who
the sewer.
she was the aggressor.
She was the aggressor, yes.
And it was a water bottle that hit her, not a brick.
He did have a water bottle in his hand, and we think that's what left the mark.
According to court documents, she asked someone else to launch this GoFundMe for her recovery, raising more than $42,000. But as the story went viral, a blogger on TikTok called police, alerting them to this 2020 GoFundMe, which claimed a vicious assault by a security guard in Minneapolis.
Detective Thornton verified with Minneapolis police that there was no assault done at that time. It was completely fictional.
Prosecutors allege theft by deception and believe she would have received all that money had the campaign not been shut down.
The violence that I have suffered since September 3rd is just unbelievable. I can't even believe I'm here. They try to leave me for dead.
In an Instagram story posted Wednesday, Osmond addressed those who have doubted her.
I actually have things going on in my life. I actually have real ways to make money. I don't have to get a GoFundMe for money. I actually can
lying like a mother.
No, she ain't lying. She ain't lying. This is a way to make money. Damn it.
Nigga, she ain't got no other way, nigga. She is scammer, bro. She is. Listen, look at her. Look at that freeze frame. That's
the confidence, like to say that, like I don't have to do that. Like that's how you know when a nigga lying. I don't have to do it. I don't have to do that. But you are doing.
Why are
it.
you? Right. You know what I mean? Why are you doing it?
Yeah.
So
Get
give
out
the
of
money
here,
back.
bro.
You know what I mean? If that's the case, you know what I mean? Listen,
man.
I'm pretty.
And tonight, a spokesperson for GoFundMe telling KPRC2 GoFundMe has zero tolerance for the misuse of our platform. The fundraiser has been removed from the platform. All donors have been refunded, and Rhoda Osmond has been banned from using the platform for any future fundraisers. Osmond did not respond when I reached out to her on Instagram this evening. Tonight, she is wanted here in Harris County on that theft charge. Anyone with information on her whereabouts can report that to Houston police. We're live near the Galleria. I'm Bryce Newberry.
She's back in Africa. She left, bro.
All right.
Now listen.
She went to Africa. She said, fuck that.
If I could. Now, the only reason why these were the results, I'm gonna tell you straight up. Now, let me ask you, why do you think that they banned? Why do you think they banned her from GoFundMe? Why y'all think that they banned her from GoFundMe? And refunded everybody?
What did they say? A criminal deceptionist.
Because GoFundMe has zero tolerance for deception.
Man, listen, they banned that woman because she got dark skin. Come on now, like they don't like. Listen, justice doesn't happen. Justice doesn't happen to the when you got the connection with the complexion. You know what I'm saying? Or how they say you got the complexion for the connection. When it's like that, man, they don't give. They sweep stuff like that under the rug. It's like they do all all the people that are kin to them. I'm trying to stay in good graces on this channel. But everybody who got their complexion get away with stuff like that. The only reason why she had to get banned from using, you know how many money laundering things are going on in GoFundMe, man. Come on, man. PayPal, all that stuff. It's because she got.
I agree. Listen, that's definitely a possibility. I also think the fact that it went viral as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And people gonna share that. People gonna share that for sure. That's why it blew up like that, mainly because how at the moment in that video, the moment where she was talking about she got hit, she was like, and these niggas right here ain't do nothing. Black men, and then it started that whole thing like black men don't protect black women. You know what I mean?
Man,
like that
listen,
was
it got
crazy.
Not but yeah, they got bad online, man.
Yeah,
Like
it
it
did.
got horrible. Listen, it got so
did.
bad at one point, they was calling black men bullet bags. Imagine that. Bullet bag. Listen, that's all you see on social media. How black men ain't doing this, black men ain't this. We the lowest of the totem pole. It was horrible. It was real bad. I ain't gonna front.
And if you look at that this was with the real funny part too. If you read the article, it say that the first responder, I guess, when he came out there, they asked for her number and they couldn't reach her, but the number she gave them was her friend's number. So I'm like, she a scam. Everything about it was gonna be a scam. What you thought she was gonna give you her real number? That was the whole point. Like, what you we can't reach her. Of course you can't. Of course you can't reach her.
She a whole scam for sure.
Right.
She
like she's gonna
the
give
nigga
you
was trying to get a number for sure.
Right. You know what I mean? Like,
I got her number. I got her number.
Man,
she gave you a damn WhatsApp account.
It's wild, man. It's wild. I can't believe it. But I am glad that it got exposed. You know, but the crazy part about it is it's gonna take us and this podcast, War as Usual, to keep exposing it, because the way that the world is built now, these situations happen and then we forget about it. In 2 weeks, we forget about it. And this one, she'll be able to reset and do this again because everybody don't get the information. So she's gonna be able to start another GoFundMe. And this is going to happen again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know they banned her, but I mean, come on now. She a scam artist. Y'all think, okay, we banned her. We don't tolerate that. Come on, man. It's more than one way to skin a cat. She know that. That's why she's doing it. That's why she got away with it the first time. So
and that's why she got ways to make money.
Exactly. I don't have to scam.
She put an S at the end of that wave.
Yeah.
That don't mean, listen, you know what I get out of that? She don't have a job. Because the job is one way to make money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She ain't talking about a job. We're not talking about working 9 to 5. We talk about I'm a hustler. I got 15 different ways to make money. Because this is what I do.
Scamming is one of them.
Yeah, her word, not mine. Scam for sure.
So now, can black women and black men get along now? Can we love each other now?
Yeah, can we stop this now?
Right. You know what I mean?
Can you she did not get hit with a brick. We had no reason to play Superman in that position. So get off our back, man. Apologize. Say you was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Y'all women, go find her. You know what I'm saying? Like, say something to her.
Right.
You know what I mean? Make posts about her. But they ain't gonna do that. They're gonna be like, well.
And listen, if I could too, this goes to the whole battle of accountability with our women. They want, like, we get told all the time we need to take accountability for what we've done and take accountability for our actions and all our wrongs and our faults. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened. You know what I'm saying? That woman saw an opportunity to market herself after the accountability of black men, right? Like, oh, y'all not, I was gonna stand there and not do nothing. Y'all ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And make money off of it. The whole time, we wasn't in the wrong, like you said. There was nothing to protect her from. But guess what? Black women are still going to support her and say, oh, they took down her GoFundMe. We need to send the money to her directly. We need to find out her Cash App, or we need to put together a Cash App fund for her and send it to her directly. I can almost guarantee it. I can guarantee there's a group that's building up a fund for her so she can get paid directly instead of going through GoFundMe.
Let me ask y'all this: 2024 prediction. All right, so now this has been revealed, right? They say that this is the year of what it
Revelation.
is? Revelation. There you go. Tell your partner, tell your neighbor, this is the year of revelation. All right.
We only in January.
Only in January. So let me ask y'all this: Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion. What's the verdict?
Ooh. Listen, you already know the verdict. It's a trend going on. We can see the trend.
I don't know. It's pretty controversial.
Black women have been lying. And it's not a knock to all my black women. I love y'all. Mwah, you know what I'm saying? But it's been a trend of y'all lying, man. And y'all gotta take that accountability. Y'all gotta take accountability. Stop lying. Hold the responsibility of listen. Yeah, we need to chill out. We need to tighten up because this we doing our black man in dirty. You know what I'm saying?
I just Go
ahead.
Tory Lanez are back to start it. Who's telling the truth? Who's lying? Go ahead.
Man, come on, man. You already know Tory Lanez is innocent.
I'm with you on that. Tory Lanez ain't
gave
do
that
that.
Man 10 years.
He ain't do
for
it.
a lie.
He ain't do it.
Canceled. What about you, Lafayette?
If you disagree, man, listen. I want to hear from you then.
Listen.
I'm playing around.
I watched the trial.
I'm talking about like people in the audience. They disagree, then go ahead.
I watched that trial from top to bottom, bro. The friend, just real quick, we ain't got to go into the whole story, but the friend that really shot her made a diss track, released it online. It's called "Who Shot You."
Damn.
Come on, man. Like,
yeah,
I be sitting here like, am I the only one that's hearing this? Like, you know how you get that thing where everybody talking, like, nah, I know somebody else see this. Like, it's like the best way to hide is right out in public, and they realize that now. You understand what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody searching for it. So she made a whole track that said, "Who shot you?" She laughing in the track like, she literally said this verbatim. Everybody had the notion that Tory Lanez shot her. She said, "Do your record company know who really shot you?" That's what she said in the song. And then she got up on the stand and pled the fifth. Come on, man. Come on.
Damn,
no.
Damn,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Bad, man. It's bad.
Yo, listen. And listen.
We'll soon see.
Listen, and you said it, though, Shah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, 2024 is the year of revelation. Now I gotta find out because just last year, or so-called last year, 2023, it came out that what's the cat that they say killed Tupac?
Oh, Keefe D.
Keefe D. Y'all think
he was in the car? He was in the car.
Y'all think he's gonna get a revelation in 2024?
What about him?
About who really shot Tupac?
Oh, really shot Tupac?
Oh, we already know who shot Pac. We know.
Wasn't it Keefe D? It ain't Keefe D, did it?
Nah, man. Nah.
Oh, I could have.
But listen, what if we turn around 2024, the year of revelation, and get the real answer, and we find out who killed Biggie? It's only January, and listen, we done revealed. Cat Williams done revealed every damn thing. Oh, who else we had? Goddamn
Brick Lady.
Brick Lady just got that whole thing got revealed. But nah, this is the story that we covered. Oh, the tunnels got revealed.
The tunnels got revealed.
Oh,
listen, in Mississippi, they said it was 200 and something by unmarked graves. Then it jumped up to 600 and something graves. Now we finding unmarked graves in Florida.
Yeah.
Everything's getting dug up and revealed, man.
Yeah.
You want to jump into it? I like that segue. That was dope.
The earth gonna tell the truth.
Yeah. You already know. Hey, Shalom, you on the call.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, let's get into it then. Yeah, man, hold up. My bad. Let me pull up. I got the story right here. So it was a good segue, but damn, I ain't really rolled it out like I was supposed to.
We almost did.
Roll it out,
yeah.
Good.
The earth gonna give up all the truth, man. That's what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And it's right there in plain sight. You just got to pay attention. You can't be blinded, man. You can't, go in with these already. You can't go in leading with the misconception. You can't be believing the misconception right off the top. Like, you got to go in and use deductive reasoning, logic. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that King Solomon wisdom. You got to have that, man, because these stories will get you. You know what I mean? You start looking at all the antics and stuff like that. Yeah, it'll get you.
Mm-hmm. Straight up. So what I want to know is when you Negroes gonna believe that Christ is black. You know what I mean? And the real Israelites are Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We've been revealing that since 1969.
Yeah.
Right.
Nah, real talk. It's been revealed. But you know what's heavy about that? What you just said? Nowadays, if you go up to people, they'll usually tell you, "Oh yeah. I know Christ is black. She was said right there. Said right there in the Bible." You know what I'm saying? That's what I've been hearing a lot lately. And so, of course,
Yeah.
that's thanks to ISUPK and Andrea Hunter. You know what I'm saying? Without the ISUPK, man, we would still be looking around thinking that, the pasty man is our Jesus.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He said, Officer Kazak said, them Edomite women that snitched on Bill Cosby willingly ate the pudding pop.
I'm trying to tell you.
They sure did.
One of the greatest reveals. One of the greatest reveals.
Yeah.
They ordered it. They ordered the pudding pop. They knew what they was getting to.
Now, before I get this, hold up. Matter of fact, before I get this.
What's the name of that drug he was using?
Who?
The Spanish fly.
Spanish fly?
That's what they call it. Yeah, I mean, that's what he called it back in the day.
Okay.
They always doing that crap, man. They always on drugs doing that, having a good time.
It's the
and
same
they didn't
way
get a spot
today.
on the Cosby Show, and then they mad now. They failed actors and they mad now. Like, listen, people that really went through that, they actually need help. They need justice. But these people, man, 70 years later, bro, no, I don't believe it. I don't believe that either, man.
That's quite a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Dang.
Not victim shaming, but somebody lying somewhere. Somebody lying.
Not everybody can be right?
Yeah, like
so.
50 years, just on somebody saying something, like, I don't know. That's a tough one. And you know it's tough because old boy was just running through the streets of New York from the woman, and he still got found guilty for something. He still got found guilty for something.
If you out there believing some old oppressive woman, Edomite woman, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Listen, you should be ashamed of yourself, man. The proof is definitely in the pudding with that one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, she's been lying since the get-go.
Yeah, man.
Never believe that.
People gotta be smart out here, man. You gotta be smart.
Gotta wise up, man. Not I, says the cat. All right, so last week we covered the story that took place in Mississippi. Right? And we'll just give a quick recap of that. You know what I'm saying? So a mass grave of hundreds of poor and oppressed people found in Mississippi. Poor and oppressed. If that ain't black people, they ain't want to say black people. That's the way the media words things. So that you don't go and blow it up. Because nobody talking about this. Nobody ain't talking about this. But it said the word choice is always, they're always going to use word selection to play to your emotions and play to your perception. You understand? A mass grave of hundreds of poor and oppressed people found in Mississippi. Who y'all think that's talking about? The extent of the mass grave became widely known after a black man was run over by a police vehicle and buried in an unmarked grave, unbeknownst to his family. You know what I mean? Now, I don't really got to recap it. We went over this last week, but long story short, man, this is happening all the time. This is nonstop, all the time. Even when the cameras aren't rolling, it's still happening. You just ain't hearing about it. This is why they can get all those bodies in the grave and nobody hears about it. You know what I'm saying? This ain't just happening overnight. They ain't just go and bury 200, 600 people in one day. It's happened over time. You just finding out about it. Because
since 2008.
Yeah, since 2008.
I did the math. It was like from 2008 to now was like 3 bodies a month. It was like 3 bodies a month for real.
And that makes sense. That makes sense because these devils they can't hold back their bloodlust for too long. After a week, it's like that's basically every other week.
Mm-hmm.
Every other week, you got to catch a body because you say, all right, I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna chill out this time. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like an addiction. It's just like an addiction. You know what I'm saying? You know it's wrong, or you know it feels good, but it's like, you know, you can't keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? And so when you do it, it's like a sense of relief. It's like, whoo, all right, I'm gonna chill now. I ain't gonna do it no more. It's gonna be my last time. And then a week go by, and you like, man, damn it, my nerves bad. My nerves real bad. I'm fiending, I'm itching. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have that fix. And then you go catch another body. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense.
Yeah.
3 a month. It's like every other week.
I had to do the math because I'm like, I know they ain't just do that in like a month or nothing like that. So that's been over time. So yeah, man. Since 2008, it just in that county in that time, like all them people disappearing like that. I don't know, man. It's being unearthed.
Yep. So now, 121 more bodies or more unmarked graves are being found in Florida. 121 unmarked graves in a former black cemetery found at U.S. Air Force Base in Florida. Now, what's y'all takes on that? Off the topic, just off the title of the article.
Does it mention the actual city or the location of where this air
this is
Force
okay. Hold on, I will have to not to go to it, but it's in Central Florida.
Central Florida.
That's down the street.
Yeah.
Where I'm at now.
It says a non-intrusive archaeological survey performed over the past 2 years at MacDill Air Force Base in Tampa identified 58 probable graves and 63 possible graves.
Dang.
Whatever the hell that means.
That's crazy, man. Like, you know what that makes me think of? Like, it makes me think about the old black towns and cities that was burnt and destroyed, and they built, buildings over the dead bodies that they murdered in those towns and those cities. You know what I'm saying? Or even flooded. You know what I'm saying? Made artificial lakes in those cities and those towns. Like, and those places still exist till this day. If I'm not mistaken, there's a spot in Georgia where they turned it into a lake where it used to be a black town. I mean, New York, right? Seneca Valley, right? You know what I mean? New York Central Park was predominantly black at one point. You know what I mean? And they turned it into Central Park. You know what I mean? And think about all the dead bodies that's under there, under Central Park. All the dead bodies that's in the lake in Georgia. That shit is crazy.
Right. Think about when we out at camp, right? We be out at camp, and you hear somebody say, well, we in downtown Orlando, and you hear somebody say, y'all walking on the bones. Downtown, y'all walking on the bones of the natives. We was right. It was happening. We didn't know that. I mean, we know they there, but we didn't know it was fresh ones like within the past, you know what I'm saying? Like within the past 20, 30 years. You know what I mean? It's still happening to today. Still prophesying and telling you what's really happening. We already said this was happening. I don't know. They ain't hearing it. They don't want to hear it. We saying it. We literally saying it.
Yeah, and what's heavy is you say it as a warning. Like when y'all going out there in Orlando, downtown Orlando, you're saying it as a warning to everybody. You're saying it as a wake-up call to everybody. And, they could care less. Everybody could care less what you're saying. And the more you say it, the more it gets revealed in the real world. And then they turn around and look like, oh my God, this is such a surprise. Like, how is it a surprise when you had crazy Negroes standing on the corner for years telling you this every weekend? Every weekend they tell you there's slave cemeteries out here that are unmarked. You know what I'm saying? This is what happened to Trayvon Martin is happening every day, just without the cameras rolling, just without the news reports. We telling you this every week, but then when you hear it on the news, and when the story finally breaks and it comes out, you surprised all over again. Yeah. Why you stop being so damn surprised? It's not surprising, man. We came here 600 years ago as slaves. Here we are 600 years later, and they treat us like slaves. Why are you surprised?
Yeah.
It makes sense to me.
And part of that comes from I'm gonna say the majority of it comes from the training we get in the home. For whatever reason, when we raised in our homes, our parents, not trying to be, they're not trying to purposely mask it or purposely deceive us, but because they're deceived, they just pass it down, right? My mother used to always say, I don't gain anything from telling you nothing wrong. But at the same time, I was sitting at a Thanksgiving table. I was celebrating Christmas. I was doing Easter. Now, to her, those are not wrong things, right? But in reality, to God, these are things that was keeping us in the struggle. You understand what I'm saying? So now, as a child, you raise and they make you think like the world is for you. They not teaching our children like, listen, this is hell. Nobody telling your kids that. You feel like, oh, they don't need to know that. As soon as your child at a certain age gets to the point where they can understand certain things, they need to understand what it is out here. But we don't teach them that. Then we let them go out there and find out. And then we be mad at them because they come back with the report. Why you go out there and get pregnant too early? Why you out there doing drugs? Because my dad, you didn't tell me that the world was against me. You told me that it was my oyster. You told me that it was an American dream. You told me that this was what I'm supposed to do. You kicked me out at 18. Remember? And then, and that's the same, that's the generational curse that keeps happening. But we won't tell our kids the truth and let them know when they go out here, like, look, Chris Rock made a joke about it, but he was talking about his daughters, and he was like, before they leave for school, he was like, he told them like, nobody in the world gives a damn about how you feel. Nobody cares that you're beautiful. None. Only the people in this house care about you. And some of the people in this house is skeptical. You know what I'm saying? Like, he said it as a joke, but it's real. If we can teach our children what's really going on out here, maybe they won't fall into some of the pitfalls and they won't be surprised when somebody say, oh, look what we stumble upon. 600 bodies behind the jail. Who knew? Who knew?
God, listen, what you said is so heavy, man. If I could, like, just take it a step further, what you're saying as well, like the concept, the greatest deception, the criminal deception that the world is guilty of, is teaching us that the concept of heaven and hell. Right. You get what I'm saying? Like, teaching us that we die to go to hell. We die, or we have to die to go to heaven. Like, this is hell. You know what I mean? Like, the life the article that we're reading about 200 bodies being found unmarked, that's hell. You get what I'm saying? Like, 600 bodies, that's hell. Your town being burnt down, that's hell. Being in the projects, in the ghetto, all of that is hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are in hell right now. You get what I'm saying? Now, there's no reason why we should still believe this concept that we have to die to go to hell when life been hell for us as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians for all our lives, man. You know what I mean? And if this is something that we experience while we're alive, well, guess what? Heaven has to be something that we experience while we're alive as well, too. Right. You know what I mean? Think about how unfair that is. For us to go through all of this, and when we die, you know what I'm saying, we get the same equal benefit that the people that caused this atrocity unto us as well. Like, that shit don't make no sense. If I die as a slave and go to heaven, I'm gonna be there with the same person that made me a slave when he died and he go to heaven. Exactly. Like, that shit don't make no sense.
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
What we supposed to all get along?
Right.
We're supposed to all be friends. We're supposed to get to heaven and be like, oh yeah, we brothers now.
Right.
How?
He get to live his life comfortably. You know what I mean? Kick my teeth in and then die. And then we supposed to be like, hey, bruh. And that never made sense to me. That never made sense to me. So I always used to think like, okay, so as a Christian, when I was a Christian, I was like, so the KKK, all the people that they burned and hung and stuff like that, what we gonna do? Reminisce about that? What we gonna do? Talk about it? What we gonna say? Yeah, hey man, yeah, I did kill your uncle, man, but that was me in the way. I'm different now. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. Like, no, that never made sense to me. You know what I mean? So it's a flawed concept. It really is. It's flawed.
It's ridiculous, bro.
And as a child, you know that, but you can't interpret it because your parents, they make you shut up. Like, no, don't question, don't say nothing. But the spirit that's in you from the beginning be like, nah, that shit don't sound right. I don't want to do that. If I gotta go to heaven and be with the same people that's kicking me down and shooting me down in the street right now, I don't want to be there. That you know, what's the point?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. But and you know what? That sounds like their heaven to me. That sounds like the oppressor's heaven. You know what I mean?
They get double heaven. Good night.
Yeah,
double
like
tap,
that.
right? They get double tap.
Double tap.
Yeah, like you get to, like they say, have your cake and eat it too. Now you get to be a terror unto a people, and then turn around and enjoy the rest of your life and enjoy the afterlife with them. Listen, if black people, if the concept of heaven, as the Christian church teaches, is true, where you die and go to heaven, go to some place in the sky where all the souls live forever in eternity. If that idea is true, I guarantee you they'll be making black angels slaves in heaven. Like who gonna be the ones doing all the work? It's supposed to be, streets paved to gold, right? Who gonna pay them damn streets? Who gonna build them? Who gonna build them crystal gates and all that stuff? Let's be realistic. Because it ain't gonna just get built by itself. You think God gonna do it? You think God gonna pick up his fingers and start building the kingdom of heaven for you? Nah. You know what I'm saying? If a slave master goes to heaven, he's guaranteed to make everybody a slave. That's logic.
Facts. And then there's no justice.
And I guarantee you there's more of these unmarked grave cemeteries.
Definitely. Let me tell you. And they Salaki, my bad. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna add, like, and it's gonna be more on these air bases and jail, prison yards and all that stuff. There's gonna be more of that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just random cemeteries out there that black people, because there are Negro burial grounds. But these are cemeteries that are on army bases. You know what I'm saying? That are on, prison yards. You get what I'm saying? Before you can do any type of building, you excavate the land. So if those is Negro burial grounds, they would have been discovered a long time ago.
Yeah. And they could keep looking for them too. They can keep looking for them. The first, after they found what they found in Mississippi, at this point, they should just be digging. They should just be going to all these places and they should be digging that stuff up. And the reason I say this is because it is. I'm from Detroit. Before I moved here, I think it was in not even before I moved here, but in 2008, I stayed on the west side of Detroit for a small stint, right? I'm from the east side, stayed on the west side. I'm on my way to work one day, and I'm driving down the street. They had the whole street blocked off with looked like FBI agents, and they had on jackets that said the Big Dig 2. And you know who they still digging for after all this time? Jimmy Hoffa. Jimmy Hoffa. They called that junk the Big Dig 2. Some dude called into a radio station and was like, Jimmy Hoffa is buried in this random ass yard. And they went and took everybody they knew down there and was digging it up, trying to find him, right? Never found him, of course. You know what I'm saying? But if anybody know that, well, I ain't gonna say that, but I'm gonna just say they didn't find him. They didn't find him. So if y'all still looking for Jimmy Hoffa after all this time, after y'all seen them bodies, we need to start digging around here. Y'all got the time and the resources, start digging.
Straight up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So what you saying is they got the resources. They got the ability to go and find these bodies. They just don't give a damn.
Yeah, they don't. They don't, because they the ones burying them. They the ones burying them. So again, the best way to hide is right out in public. Who would have ever thought to just go behind this building and all these little lumps in the grass? Maybe something that's there that ain't supposed to be there. Nah, ain't nobody paying attention to that. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy.
Listen, if I could read this article some more, right? Y'all see the screen, right? It says, we know obviously there was wrong done in the past, but we're working together with our community members. Base spokesperson Lieutenant Laura Anderson said, we want to make what was wrong right. So this is how you know this is them at fault.
Okay. This
this
shit. Go my bad. Go read them. My bad.
a lot. No. Go ahead. You want to say something?
Nah, this shit pisses me off. Go ahead. You got it, boy.
Says officials said they plan to expand the search area this year and will continue to work with the community to determine how to best document the site and to pay respect to the people buried there. Now, whole time, these are people, these are human beings who just disappeared off the face of the earth. I don't know if there's any more on that.
Ain't no city council going on in regards to this. Is there a city council? Okay.
People don't even know about this.
Yeah, this should be high profile news, or else we're gonna make it high profile news. Like we need to find a way. Lord allow, I speak with brothers in Tampa, and we're gonna have to go to city council and make a city council meeting or some way or somehow. You know what I mean, to get this information out there. You know what I mean?
Right, sir.
And like, what community are they working with? They're not speaking with us. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Like, who are you speaking with to make things right? There's no possible way you can make this right. There's no possible way. Somebody has to pay for this. Somebody has to pay for these lives that's lost. You know what I mean? And we gonna make it be known.
And if I may too, sir, like all you cats who celebrated Martin Luther King Day, you want to go out and celebrate Martin Luther King Day, but where are you at when it comes to these 221 people, these black people buried, you know what I'm saying, in unmarked graves? Where were you at? Marching, doing a damn parade with your horns and your booty shaking for Martin Luther King and his wet dream. You understand?
Listen, we deserve an answer. Like let this have been any other race of people. Like the whole U.S. would have been in turmoil.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like Officer Lapierre and y'all was bringing out about Jimmy Hoffa. You get what I'm saying? Like they digging up all over the place in Detroit, trying to find some white Italian mobster man doing whatever he was doing. You know what I mean? But meanwhile, black bodies are piling up by the tune of 600, 200. You get what I'm saying?
More to be found.
Right, and they don't feel like as if this is something that we should like be pushing to the forefront. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you can't sweep this under the rug. This is
I got
very serious. Go ahead.
If I could you read it for me, Lafayette?
What's that?
Revelation 11:8 or 11:7. You know what I mean? There's more out there. This is the spirit of this place. You know what I'm saying? This place is your slavery. It's not your rest. This ain't the place to go to vacation and retire. This ain't your retirement home. You know what I'm saying? This place is your hell. Like y'all brought up already. This place is hell for you. It's no different than ancient Egypt. When blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians was building the pyramids, and when we were killed or lost our lives, you know what I'm saying, nobody gave a damn. We built pyramids on top of you. You know what I'm saying? You just sink into the ground, and somebody gonna build a pyramid on top of your body. You know what I mean? If you could, go ahead, read that.
The book of Revelations, chapter 11, verse 7.
Hey, it's the year of Revelation.
Yeah.
Everything gonna be revealed, man.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
And when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that ascendeth out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them.
The beast is America, man. The beast is America and all its allies. You understand? Keep going.
And shall overcome them and kill them.
Keep going.
Verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
And their dead bodies shall what?
Shall lie in the street of the great city.
Your bodies are lying in these streets, man. Just laying there. Nobody cares about them. You don't have you don't even got a grave. You ain't got a tombstone. Nothing to remember you by. Nobody knows who you were. You know what I'm saying? You just a dead body laying in the street. land in somebody's backyard. You understand? In the great city, go ahead. And this is the great city. The great city is America. Don't Donald Trump say make America great again? And it's the greatest superpower on earth. Ain't everybody rallying for the number one spot against America? Ain't that what the whole world war is about? China trying to be over America, Russia trying to be over America. Everybody wants to be over this place. Why? Because the great city, which
spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
Which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, man. The place of homosexuality and slavery. You understand? That's what it means. That's what it's talking about when it says which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. Because just like Egypt was known for its slavery, for its hard bondage on blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, America represents that same thing. And just like Sodom was known for its tremendous amount of alternative lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? America is now being known for that as well. You understand? Which is why that's the whole reason why monogamy is so big in America. Monogamy is so big because they don't want you to have multiple wives. The whole rule about enforcing monogamy is so that their people have to have at least one wife so they can continue their bloodline and have babies because they rather just be with men. I bet you ain't know that history. Look it up. You know what I'm saying? Look up the Roman and Greek history. They were so big on having alternative lifestyle sex parties that they didn't even care about touching a woman. They didn't want a woman, so they had to enforce a law that every man has to have one wife. That's where the law of monogamy came from. And it carried over into America for that same reason. Because these Greeks and Romans love to have alternative lifestyle sex, man. You understand? This place is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Any more on that?
I mean, you can keep going, but I mean that's it on what you was bringing up.
You can drop it. So, you wanted to say something else? Right.
You can't tell me the Bible ain't real. My bad.
Come on,
out there.
No, I was gonna say to his point too, just real quick, kind of sidebar to that. We were talking about the monogamy thing. Outside of that, just think about if a man does have a tribe and they all under one mindset and they have children you will start changing the world. But when you get us all boxed into the nuclear family, you easier to pick off that way because everybody's going to have a different ideology, a different way of thinking, a different way of this, a different way of that. But once you start getting them in the masses, now you start to change communities. Communities can be changed. That's what happened with us. We were together in black communities and things were a certain type of way. Once they start isolating us via religion, sex, creed, whatever. Once they start getting us these different ideologies, the black community started breaking apart. Once we start integrating, right, and getting these different philosophies, we started to break apart. And now we at the point of no return because it's hard to get black people, Hispanics, and natives on one accord about one thing. We can't agree on one thing. You know what I mean? Like, so
right.
that whole concept of community has been lost in the world, so when we have shows like this, we try to bring that back, and only in the UPK you're gonna find that. That's why we are such a strong community like we are, you know what I mean? So
right. Damn right.
The proof is in the pudding. That's funny. I ain't read that.
El Blanco LS.
Diablo. El hombre blanco. It's el diablo.
Hombre. How you saying Hebrew again?
In Hebrew? Oh,
Al Shaitan.
Shaitan. Ayash Laban.
Ayash
Laban. Shaitan.
Ayash Laban Shaitan. There you have it, folks.
We need it on a
yeah,
t-shirt.
For real.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let me see some of these comments, man. A couple pots. Okay. See, my head covered, so you know I can't even read the prayer that y'all sending up, but you know what I'm saying? Shalom. Shalom, Kappa. That means it's an unmarked grave. Hey, listen, I was gonna pull up a little article too about. Okay, so some grave sites, they are actually, like I said earlier, known as Negro burial grounds, so-called Negro burial grounds. You know what I'm saying? Those exist. Those are where actual slaves or descendants of slaves buried their relatives after slavery. So you might like a lot of slaves came up from the south to the north, like New York, DC, Baltimore area, Virginia, all those places. Like the DMV is a big, you know, is one of those areas that a lot of black slaves, you know, free slaves ran to. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Being from Detroit, you know what I'm saying? A lot of that
Yeah.
Detroit is one of that was Motor City. You know what I'm saying? That's where all the black men went and got some work, you know what I'm saying, putting work into the steel mills and stuff. But yeah, so they went up there and then they would, you know, they relatives who died, you know, throughout the years where they would bury them in that area. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they'll probably just use like some sticks or something to represent their site, but it wasn't really, they didn't have like the resources to be like, okay, this is a tombstone. You know what I'm saying? That's a little different. And people know about that. That's like recorded in history. But it's a story right here where it talks about how they built the damn what's it called? A damn parking lot over the Negro burial ground. Like you was bringing up earlier, Shad. You know what I'm saying? It says historic black cemetery buried below parking lot at center of legal dispute. And so now the parking lot already built, but now they have a pushback because people saying, well, damn, y'all built over our ancestors' graves. And this is exactly what's been going on since they went to war with the Native Indians. You telling me that we not the same people and we not going through the same curses?
Right.
Just like they built over the Native Indians' grave, they built over our grave. They built over the Mexicans' grave. They built over the Puerto Ricans' grave. You know what I'm saying? Because we all facing the same exact curses. If anybody sit here and tell me that Hispanics are not my brother, you the damn devil. Anyway, can I continue with these comments? Y'all want to say something?
Yeah, get down.
Oh, go ahead.
Michael Love said they hold themselves not unaccountable. That's another good precept. You know what I'm saying? Olivia Arnold, I heard of that, and they made them into lakes. Yes. Said peaches to nobody, eat them fruits. Why? Because they planted them peach trees over them dead bodies.
Yikes.
Yeah, man.
The blood is in that fruit.
The blood is in the fruit.
It's in the soil.
Strange fruit.
Strange fruit.
That's some strange fruit. Kevin Garwa said heavy metal arguing. Go on, sir. Go out, say I respect you, Bruce, but why do you not read the scriptures? You just read it.
Podcast. Right.
Yeah, he had put that up a little earlier, but should have just waited.
Yeah.
Should have just waited, bro. Should have just waited.
He probably left already. Like, these niggas.
Right.
Yeah, these niggas ain't reading the Bible. So you niggas don't read the Bible. The Bible.
He screenshotted us and everything. He gonna drop a clip. See,
you already know.
Use scriptures.
Yeah, nigga, these niggas don't read the Bible.
That's why it's called a podcast, nigga. We got classes from Monday through Friday. Tune in.
Right.
This is a podcast.
Thank you. This ain't class. Anyway, I mean, come on, bro. Like you know how it go, bro. Like you know damn well the ISBK teaching classes every day of the damn week and on Saturdays.
Right.
We going to camp, Sabbath service, all that. You tell me, come on, bro. I'm not even entertaining that shit.
Yeah,
the oppressor gets two heavens. Yeah, let's get past your dumbass statement. That's Esau for you. Yes, it is. Your Joshua Flores. You understand? That's definitely Esau. That's the devil for you. Olivia Arnold said, "Dirt so old. Who let this nigga in the Bears?" First of all,
Who's that?
I'm talking about Guap. I'm talking who
What else
let
he
this
said?
nigga
What he say?
Nah, he just.
Oh, he acting funny. All right,
He just control, man. I'm gonna let him breathe.
Yeah, that's what.
I'm gonna let him breathe. Olivia Arnold, dirt so old when you turn, it still don't grow. Turn it, still don't grow. Shit, still don't grow. Them committees will help, man. Listen, yeah, we gotta get up in them. We gotta get up in them city halls, man.
Yeah,
Real
facts.
talk. I'm commissioning some brothers out here to hit West Palm Beach City Hall.
Yeah, facts.
Some of these men under me, you know what I mean? Because we gotta be there. We got, especially they don't want to. They acting like they don't want us having camp.
Listen, the presence alone will shake the room. You know what I mean? Because we are so much of an anomaly. Like they won't even expect us to be there. Just to see black men with beards, braids, and fringes on, and especially when we actually say something in there, man, it's a wrap. Somebody gonna have to answer. I don't know.
Facts.
Don Franklin said, living soils. Like it. Kari, I said it right. Yeah, man, living soil, man. Like strange fruit and living soil. You know what I mean? Our blood is in there. You telling me, man, listen, man. Bro, it's so heavy and it's so sad. You know what I'm saying? It pisses me off. Like, when think about every time some white person never said to you, if you hate it here so much, why don't you go back? Why don't you go back to Africa or whatever, wherever they tell you to go back to? When our damn blood is in the damn soil, man, our bones are in these soils. You understand? Like our sweat, our tears, our flesh, you know what I'm saying? The skin off our back is literally in this soil. We put more into this soil than you have ever put in this soil. And you telling me that we need to go back. When you brought us here against our own will any damn way, how dare you even open your mouth? Like the audacity of these damn devils, man. You understand? It's ridiculous. It's for you to even open your mouth. You should be the first one on the plane. You like your host was said. Go back to the mountains, Esau. You know what I'm saying? Like you should be the first one on the plane and fly directly into a mountain. Don't pass go.
Speaking of Esau, y'all seen Taylor Swift trying to swag surf?
Oh man, I don't even want to see that.
Listen, where would you be without a nigga? So like, allow me to switch to.
Nah, you said Taylor Swift swag surfing. You know what's messed up. You just did it. You just switched the topic. So like it.
My bad.
Listen, you know what's crazy? Anything that white people do that black people can do 10, 20 times better, it goes viral. If a black man did a spin dunk and then a white man follow him up, do the same exact move, he gonna get more glory for it. Oh my God, it was a white dude that did it though. Like, bruh, like we better than them.
God, I was gonna say, don't let them niggas get to saying they invited to the cookout now.
Right. Like now they invited to the cookout. Like, bruh, you any nigga that tell me that any white person is invited to the cookout, you're not invited to the damn cookout. you want to invite everybody else to the cookout, nigga. You ain't coming. Go have some damn. Go get that tasteless chicken that they got. How about you go to their cookout?
Part of that too is with social media and just. But before, like, I would have to say, like, even before like TV and just the ability, even radio and stuff like that, like now with TikTok, social media, podcasts, whatever, we literally put our flavor on display and they sample it. That's literally we give them the blueprint. We be us, you know what I mean? Like just out in front of everybody, and then they learn how to do it. we dance, we on TV, we dancing, we singing, and they go home and they practice. They practice and practice, and then they pop out one day and like, oh look, this white guy he got rhythm. It was like, well, you know, he stole it. You know what I mean? Like he watched enough videos, and now he can talk like me. You know what I mean? Now he can say the things I say. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's you know,
exactly right.
It's crazy. It's crazy. For free. It's like they getting the game for free on TikTok. Just turn on TikTok because ain't nothing worse than, you know, seeing that. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, all and then like look at all the like I know black women are shaped a certain type of way, but not everybody got a body. Come on now. Come on now. Everybody get BBLs. Come on now. Come on now. All of not white girls got the long fingernails and they talking to me like this.
Right.
Bro, that's not. You ain't supposed to be talking to me like this.
And what you not gonna do? And all
right. You know what I'm saying? Like what?
Yeah, it's a damn costume.
Oh man.
It's a damn costume for them. It's like an outfit that they can put on and take off.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? When they go, because this happened to me, and I did an interview with a brother who I used to work with, who was actually in the Proud Boys, and that video is gonna come out. You know, it'll be out soon. But I did an interview with this brother. He used to be a Proud Boy. We used to work together. And I had one of the questions I asked him. I ain't gonna spoil. I want y'all to watch the video. But what I will say, it was a brother in the Proud Boy, a black man in the Proud Boys. And what I'm trying to say is like when we had the slavery, you know, these damn devils, they'll come in there and they'll put on the whole black costume and be moving like, you know what I'm saying, all goofy looking, and then they say the things that we say and try to say it like us, and it's cringy as hell, for one. But two, they do it in the act of slavery, and it's looked at like, yeah, like shit, like Shah Yala said, the cosplaying as black people, exactly.
Right.
They going to work cosplaying black people. They got the whole outfit on. They got the jersey, you know what I'm saying, with the baggy shorts and the hat to the side. You know what I'm saying, like, you know what I mean. But to you know, when the boss look at that, he's just like, oh, you know, that's just Johnny. You know, that's just Johnny. But if you do it, you come in with the jersey on, with the big ass chain, and with the hat to the side, and with the pants sagging, you gonna get sent home. Sent home, boy. You ain't getting no paycheck or nothing.
Because they know you real.
I remember this. Oh man, I was in middle school. And I had a gold grill. And it wasn't a real gold, it was like one of the bubblegum gold grills. I'm just be honest. It was a bubblegum gold grill. But I went to school with it. And the whole reason why I went to school because I'm seeing other motherfuckers with the gold grill in their mouth, and they cool. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's saying nothing. I'm like, I'm gonna go get me a gold grill. You feel me? I go get the bubblegum gold grill, bring it to school. Principal see me. This is the first time I ever wore it to school. Assistant principal see me. Hey, what is that in your mouth? Give it to me. Spit it out. I'm like, what? You gonna take? Hold on. No. This motherfucker, he takes the gold grill from me, and tells me I'm gonna get it back at the end of the school, at the end of class, or you know, at the end of school or whatever. I don't get the shit back. I tell my parents, they don't do shit about it. That's crazy. I just had to tell y'all that. It was a little
Illuminati.
That nigga rocking it now. He's somewhere wearing that shit.
All these years later.
That would be funny as hell. I'm not gonna lie to you. That would be funny as hell. He rocking that shit right now. Like, yeah. Nah, that's crazy.
You thought he could get fresh at school, nigga? Nah, I'm the person.
Man, listen, man. They trying to suspend me and shit for wearing the gold grill, but I'm like, bro, he wearing the gold grill right there. You don't say nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, and that's what I'm talking about. It's like a double standard with us.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a lot. Listen, I can talk, man. Y'all boys shut me up. Shoot, I be talking.
Y'all want to jump into this Mos Def Drake?
Oh
Got like
man, where we at
30
with the
minutes.
time?
It was gonna be
1:34.
yeah.
We got a post of the week.
That actually was gonna be the post of the week.
Oh, okay.
That was going to be the post of the week.
Well, let's get these likes up though. Like y'all, come on, y'all. Come on.
Yeah, we got
y'all,
21
y'all
viewers.
F with us. Y'all F with us. What's up? Y'all effing with us, or y'all effing with us? Because I see 2 likes. We got way too many viewers right now to have 2 likes. Hit them likes. All right, hit that share button. Hit subscribe and all that. Let's get into this most def. Listen, most def. Hip hop versus flip flop.
Pop
I don't
rocks.
know this. This is a
like
shaky
Drake
topic.
Music, yeah,
it's a shaky
I like Drake
topic,
music though. It's just too to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm jumping the gun. I know you want to get into the topic, but I just felt like saying it real quick. Like I feel like it's just 2 different versions of music. I don't feel like there's a comparison or anything. Top 5 niggas like Drake. Drake belongs on a separate set of top 5 than whatever the hell we talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just over here. It's pop. I agree with this, man.
I do agree with most Def to a certain extent. I mean, but he about to read. He about to read with it. I definitely agree though.
All right. Well, there's a video too. I'm gonna show the little part of the interview that he actually did that they referring to, but this was the post of the week. Yasin Bey, also known as Most Def, responds when he asks if Drake's music is hip hop. He said, Drake is pop to me in the sense like if I was in Target in Houston and I heard a Drake song, it feels like a lot of his music is compatible with shopping.
I agree.
I agree with what he's saying. I know a lot of people probably took, what I'm saying, but I agree with what he's talking about. I understood what he meant.
Right.
So my question is this then, and this is to both of y'all. Like my question is, what's the problem with what Mos Def said?
That's the thing. No,
Drake stands.
If I made, that's the thing. I don't think it was as insulting as people make it out to be. I don't think it was as insulting as people make it out to be. There's many of hip hop artists. I'm talking about great hip hop artists that crossed over at some point in their career. You get what I'm saying? Jay-Z at one point was making pop records. Mm-hmm. And Jay-Z is the best rapper alive. You know, he's the greatest of all time.
You had me. You lost me.
No, but you know, I mean, Drake ain't nothing wrong with going pop. You know what I mean? But Mos Def is definitely hip hop. He never really had that opportunity, or I don't think he ever ventured out and crossed over to pop or whatnot.
And if I could too, like I don't really see like you said, I don't think it was a negative thing either, but like he never even mentioned I feel like people turned into a Mos Def versus Drake type of thing. When Mos Def never put himself into it. He just said, listen, man, Drake is pop. And I think Drake would agree. You know what I'm saying? Like I think what is pop? Isn't pop like popular music?
Popular music. It's popular music.
It's just popular music. It is
separate. It is separate though, I think. I think it is
separate.
No,
I agree.
Mm-hmm. There is a difference.
I think it's separate.
Let me ask y'all, would y'all go pop?
We go pop.
I don't think I can go pop.
Yeah, I feel like I could actually. I come from like my line of music. I was like weaving through genres, and my nigga, like I would do hip hop, then some street shit, and then pop, and nigga, I'll go into goddamn some like rock type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, I ain't screaming and shouting into a microphone, guitar blazing, but I'll get I'll do like a feature on some type of rock. I'll do a feature on some type of rock sample. You know what I'm saying? Like because all right, y'all know that song "Party Like a Rock," start. That's some shit I do.
Okay.
You was the heavy metal dude. That was you. I just woke everybody kids up that was listening to this podcast.
Yeah.
listen, that just made me think of something that you actually reposted, the nigga in Hot Topics. I was doing a little
yeah.
the little skit joint.
Yo, Swervo, that nigga funny. Big up the Florida, Swervo, man, Florida nigga.
Check it. This the actual interview.
Go
ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say this is the actual interview, so you can hear it in context of how he said it.
Man.
So we can check
the link in the chat.
Like, is Drake hip hop? I know.
Drake is
we're here
pop.
for truth. We're here for truth.
Drake is pop to me.
Right, that's fair. In the sense that it's charting like pop music, popular music.
Long and hard thought.
In the sense, like, if I was in Target in Houston and I heard a Drake song.
No, but Drake can do both, though.
So it feels like a lot of his music is compatible with shopping.
Nigga shit shopping. Hell no.
Commercial music.
Or it's you know, shopping with an edge in certain instances.
Fair. I like Drake's music, but I understand exactly what you're saying.
Of course, I mean,
it's
get
commercial.
Yo, but I think for people who don't understand, right? For people who don't understand, I get what he mean by that, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't necessarily trying to diss him, but if you really know hip hop, it hasn't been until like recently that you've been hearing like hip hop in like a Target. Like you wouldn't hear old school hip hop in the Target during that time. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
but Drake make music that you can actually play in the Target. When at one point in time, hip hop was like kind of like one of those things where it's like it's underground. It's like you can't play this. It's too forward. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop was too forward at one point, but now because they made it so pop, it's acceptable now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and at one point it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that.
Yeah, I could side with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's.
If I may, not to cut you a slack. You know what I'm saying? Like I would not love, but I like to go into a shopping center and hear some Drake. It sets a vibe. It's like, okay, cool.
It adds the edge. It adds the edge to your shopping.
It's like shopping with an edge.
That's how you said it. Shopping with an edge.
We got the biggest fan of Drake in the building. Strong Palm.
Hey, Shalom, Akim, what's going on?
Shalom.
Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Going crazy. Yeah, I only tapped in just to say that Drake is the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time. There's never been a rapper that can what Isaac just said, cross genres like Drake. Meek Mill was the biggest hip hop artist and he murked him. He done battled every hip hop artist it is because they all hate on him. He got more money than them niggas. He got more women than them niggas. You know what I'm saying? And he beat himself. It's a lot of these niggas playing gangster, and now you see him snitching and doing all this. Drake just beat him. Mos Def is hating because hip hop is dead. Don't nobody want to hear that shit no more. Hip hop is 90s. Drake is the future. Drake is the future.
That's crazy. I agree, and it's crazy because I kind of agree because he's so faceted. And listen, and I gotta give it up to what you just said, nigga. That back to back, I have never seen nobody make a hit out of a diss song. This nigga put out back to back, and they would not stop playing. It would not stop. This is a diss song, and it's playing back to back.
In the club, on the radio, in the club, on the radio, back to back. A diss
it ain't
track.
no real diss song if they playing that shit like that though. That shit ain't real.
Why? Why they play hit them up like that too? What you talking about?
That shit ain't
what you
real.
talking about?
The only reason they played that because at the time wasn't nobody dissing nobody, dog. That shit was mid. That was a mid diss track. That shit wasn't.
Nah, listen.
They played Toss It Up like that too. Toss It Up was a diss track.
Yeah, I mean, but still, what he
Ain't no
did,
skill, my nigga.
it was. I don't know, man. It's
back to back was crazy.
I like
And
the
then,
track.
listen,
I like the track, but that really
You
ain't.
said-
When you think about all time, I don't want to go into that, but when you think about all time diss tracks, that ain't even top 10, bro. That ain't top 10.
This nigga made this song about Meek Mill. Meek Mill came back and did a song with him and put the words back to back in his verse.
Yeah, because Meek Mill was easy to beat. Anybody could have beat Meek Mill. I mean,
he
come on,
this
man.
nigga's
Come
a
on,
battle
man.
rapper.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
he's a battle rapper.
Most Def can't beat Meek Mill. Most Def ain't better than Meek Mill.
I mean, if you talking to people that's Meek Mill's age, they probably will say that. But anybody that's listening to Most Def's music wouldn't say that.
I'm Most Def age.
Yeah, but you also said Drake was the GOAT, so you X'd out. You don't count.
You don't count.
Me and millions of other people. What are you talking about?
Imagine the Most Def and a Drake collab though. Wouldn't that be fire?
It wouldn't vibe.
Bar for bar.
You know what I mean?
Most Def
Like,
got
listen,
bars.
listen. Most Def got bars. He's definitely is hip hop. I feel like Drake. He has the ability to do both. You get what I'm saying? Like he can get in this hip hop bag if he wants to, and he can go on some passion fruit.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Down Shaw.
Like
that's what I'm talking about. He is Target. He is Target, right? But you with your girl, he that too. You want to play gangster? He got a little play gangster songs too. You want to play wordplay? He got wordplay songs too. Drake do all of that, and nobody don't do everything better than Drake do everything. Like that's what I'm saying. As far as pause.
Give it up for the word for Drake's biggest fan.
That's the only reason I called in.
I mean, it is what it is, dog.
Oh, let's go through a little bit more of it.
Entertaining, fun, good, formulaic music. That is,
it's likable
music. Yeah.
Shia Law said they played Jay-Z and Nas.
But is it?
But they didn't play it like back to back.
I'm gonna leave you alone. We're gonna move.
If I could real quick, that what's that Drake? I mean, what's that Nas track that he did? Ether.
Oh, Ether got played like back to back. Ether got played like that.
But it wasn't like it was a
tie,
commercial. Like it wasn't commercial. Like you might hear back to back in the mall. You would literally hear back to back in the mall.
Yeah, it was just a different vibe. It wasn't. I don't know.
It was a tie. Jay-Z and Nas was a tie.
Oh man, get out of here! Hey, if a Jay-Z fan say anybody tied with Jay-Z, you know what really happened, right? You know what I'm saying?
Because they'll never.
You know how the nigga lose the fight. He was like, yeah, he kind of got me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It was a tie. I held my own, at the end.
You can see the other guy. Nigga, you lost.
Breaks over. Nigga, God MC, me, breaks over.
Here we go.
What about Dre Day's Easy Payday?
Dre Day only made Easy's Payday. Real Compton City G's.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dre Day had the best video.
That's real hip hop. That's real hip hop. That's real rap. Really.
So is that what y'all talking about? I just wanted to chime in on the Drake, you know what I'm saying, thing, but is that what y'all talking about? Is Drake real hip hop? You gotta define it. If you talking to a nigga from the 90s and you talking to a nigga from the 2010s, they're gonna define hip hop as something totally different. Because they went from wearing baggy clothes to skinny jeans. You know what I'm saying? It's like the whole thing changed. Hip hop was, scratching and mixing records. The vinyl left. I remember, you know what I'm saying, where I was managing DJs, and Q45, who was the biggest DJ in Jacksonville at the time, was using vinyl, and they was going over to the CDJs, and brothers was saying, You ain't, and you ain't no real DJ if you don't use real vinyl. Nigga ain't playing music on 8 tracks no more. So how you gonna say a nigga ain't no real DJ? Like, hip hop evolved to what it is now. I mean, you ask a nigga what's hip hop, they gonna probably tell you niggas with purses like Lil Uzi Vert and all these niggas. They was saying some Whack 100. I was listening to some joint he had about the new niggas that's out. Now I don't know none of them. Doug, whoever, and all these, man, come on, drill music and all of that. That ain't hip hop. I don't know. What y'all think? What y'all think? Is drill music hip hop? You know what I'm saying? Was Mind Sex by what the dude's name is bigger than hip hop. Dead Prez. They had a song called Mind Sex. Is Dead Prez not hip hop because they make a song called Mind Sex? Talk to the lady.
Are you breaking up?
You're in the Matrix. Nah, but I feel what you're saying. I don't know what y'all say. I'll let y'all speak first. If you want to keep on playing the video or whatever you want to do, but I don't know.
Just so we could we'll just finish this out real quick. Then
so many products. So
many SKUs.
So many SKUs. Look at all these SKUs. Oh, so many products.
So much merchandising. So many barcodes.
I love this mall. Look at this place. I mean, look at this place. They have everything. Everything's here. They have everything here. Ah, this is great. This is a new Drake. You hear it? It's great.
Yo, why you playing it, bro? He's playing.
What happens when this thing collapses? This is the thing that we're talking about. It's like nobody wants to talk about. It's like, what happens when the columns start buckling? Are we not in some early stage of that at this present hour? Are we seeing like the collapse of the empire? Buying and selling. Where's the message that I can use?
Right.
You know, what's in it for your audience apart from being like banging the pom-poms?
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know. Go ahead. So somebody else speak first. I'll say what I gotta say.
I got another topic after this.
Another one.
We could probably go more into it next week.
Yeah,
we'll probably make
okay.
I would say, based on what he's saying, I would say to me, at that end part when he said something about the message, and I think when you look at hip hop, just the overall, like it had a different type of message that I think black people could really get with. I think that it was more black, and I think the pop music, which is generally like for me the difference, hip hop was something that we could do, and it was hard to duplicate. Pop music is easy to duplicate. Pop music it's like you make it. That's why he said the Target thing, because it's so accessible to people now. He made it so easy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really no, yeah, it's technique. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's wordplay. You're able to say this and say that, but it was more exclusive. Hip hop was more exclusive to us. Pop music is popular. It's for everybody. And Drake make music for everybody. And hip hop wasn't really made for everybody, even though they had songs that talked about unity and stuff like that. But generally, hip hop was like, that's day music. That's black music. Hip hop is not that no more. I mean, well, hip hop is gone now, and now you have popular music. And so he just made it so where everybody can do. He made it microwavable. I mean, well, he didn't do it, but that at a certain period of time, I say like after the 90s, like 2000, it made hip hop microwavable. And so it ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't even listen to lyrics like that no more. Like you can't sit niggas down and try to do, break stuff down and do like that. They don't even have a mind. They don't even had the attention span to even break that stuff down. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think he meant about, what he was saying, like using the mall example. Like it's not exclusive no more. So
to a certain extent, I don't know if I wanted to say something.
No, I was gonna say it's not commercial. It wasn't commercial back then. Like you couldn't even get on the radio. Niggas really had to fight to get their music played on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Back you know, in the 90s and early 2000s. Well, really around 2000, like you said, that's when that whole fight for representation in the music industry, it kind of ended. That's when rap and hip hop became more part of the norm of music. But it just wasn't as commercial though. Like you would have to go and buy rap albums. You had to go and buy hip hop albums. And now it's just like everything you need to hear is on the radio.
To a certain extent, I don't think that's a bad thing because that kind of goes to what Officer Kazak was saying is of how it evolved. You get what I'm saying? Like the game evolved basically, regardless if we want to acknowledge it or not. What niggas did in the 90s is totally different from what niggas doing today. And I think we should embrace it more instead of looking at it as like, you know, this ain't real or this ain't that, because it's all culture. And at the end of the day, I feel like the reason why Drake was able to survive in this culture for so long is because he was authentic to himself. Now, you have any artists that came and went because they didn't have that longevity. They didn't have that authenticity to themselves. You know what I'm saying? But when Drake came in the game, he was Aubrey. Like, he was him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, please don't do it. You know, I want to go through it. You know what I mean? Like, he's telling you, like, he's not going to do it. But his homeboys like, well, like, type shit. You know what I mean?
That's facts.
Yeah, so I feel like with the music that he brought to the game and him being authentic is what made him survive these years, and he was able to evolve with it. You know what I'm saying? And keeping it true to himself.
That nigga said, luckily I didn't have to go there. I would only go there because the niggas that I know there. Hey,
yeah, I mean, maybe I'm being biased. I don't know. Maybe I might.
No, it's what you said before. It's the time period. If you live in a certain time period, you're gonna look at it a certain type of way. If you listen to that stuff in the 80s and in the 90s, you're gonna look at what's now. I mean, we did it with our parents. Our parents did it with us. So if you ain't listening to the Temptations, and you probably, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, can y'all hear me?
What is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna ask what is that? You know what I mean? So it's the time.
Hey, Lafayette.
That's what.
Hey, Lafayette, you might be the only one that's on here old enough to remember this. But niggas don't understand, like, when you start with Sugar Hill Gang, it's talking about the hip, the hop, the hip, the boogie to the boogity B, and they wasn't doing that. It was like around the Keith Murray era where they started the lyrical, miracle, subliminal, hymnal. They wasn't doing that. Hip hop was not star. Hip hop was party music. You know what I'm saying? Say hotel, motel, holiday, that's hip hop.
That's the
now they trying to tell you that you gotta be like Mos Def to be hip hop. No, the baddest nigga in hip hop is J. Cole. And Drake's going bar for bar with him now. Hey, Cole he's colder on that. What they talking about, that lyrical hip hop stuff, but he's not outshining Drake to the point where you like, these niggas do not deserve to be on the same song together. Like, it's not hip hop. That's what I'm saying. Like, you might prefer, you know, Cole to say that that's real hip hop or authentic, what they would call hip hop, but they can rap on the same track, huh? This is not like it's like one man out of his league or nothing like that. Drake hold his own with anybody in the game. Singing, nigga, he gonna hold his own with Usher, nigga. Rapping, he gonna hold his own with Meek Mill and J. Cole. Nigga just hating, bro. Mos Def, you hating. Stop hating now.
I don't know if he hating, but I think he was in a different time period. That's what I think. I think he was in a different time period.
I don't think he
I think he was trying to be
I think hate is a strong word.
Yeah, I think hate is kind of strong, but I get what you're saying though.
Lafayette, I'm probably from Mos Def time period, but I get it though, because I'm an old nigga. I used to be like that. But then I you know what I'm saying, I was listening to Busta Rhymes. He was like, man, like this thing evolved. Like that's why I went back further, because what we was doing, you know what I'm saying, in the early 2000s, I mean, damn, hip hop. You know, you had the ATL era when ATL was on top of hip hop for a minute. I remember going to New York. And they played nothing but New York music. The first nigga from down south I ever heard was Every Day I'm Hustling. When I went up there and heard a flood on the radio,
Illuminati. You in the Matrix.
Black hip hop.
The hip hop god stepped in.
He said enough.
Enough.
Y'all want to answer this question real quick till he comes back?
What do you say?
Put a question in there. I think it's a good question. What y'all think?
I think he black. I don't know.
Do you think that plays a role at his success?
He gonna say he mixed race. That's what he gonna say.
Listen, they got Officer Kazak, Megatron got Officer Kazak jammed up. Shia La says rap and hip hop the same genre. I thought they were different. And Michael Love said hip hop is the lifestyle, rapping is the storytelling of hip hop. Y'all agree with Michael Love?
I kind of agree with that.
I agree with what Officer Kazak said. I think hip hop is like that's the hop in hip hop, and I think that's what separates rap. Is that it's like some music you can kind of bounce to. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, and I think it's multiple different artists that are rappers who have hip hop songs. You know what I'm saying? Pac had a lot of hip hop songs.
If I'm not mistaken, is it like hip hop the genre and rapping is what you do? Like
exactly.
You rapping on a hip hop beat? Like
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because people get confused, like even when they do, like say hip hop and R&B, right? Mm-hmm. But in that time period in the 90s, if you listen to like Mary J. Blige, right? To me, I would consider that a branch of hip hop. Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though they classified as hip hop and R&B, but I still would consider that all as black. You know, that's hip hop. But rapping is just a tool that you use. I won't look at it as a different genre. I just rap is just a tool you use in hip hop.
Right.
That makes sense. It is a genre though.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't think you could go nowhere and be like, what genre of music would you like? And then it says rapping?
Yeah, no, it says rap. R-A-P.
But hip hop and rap is kind of like this. Oh, because
I don't know.
They made it that way. But see, them people that don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah,
I mean, they can make anything. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know.
What's that nigga name? Something Levy.
White people making that.
What's that double name?
Keep. What's it?
No, not him. But yeah, him
Yeah.
too. Yeah,
Leroy Cohen.
Anyway, no, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about a dude that owns Apple. But anyway,
Steve Jobs.
Not Steve Jobs. The other guy, man. Not Apple. Wait, do he own Apple? He owns.
Bill Gates.
Jimmy Iovine.
Yeah, Jimmy Iovine. Bill Gates owns Windows. But anyway, yeah. So I don't know the difference. I think hip hop, and I agree, rapping is what you do. Hip hop is, that bounce music. You know what I'm saying? It's still, you are rapping on it, but it's got more of a bounce. Rap, I think it's more like when they consider music rap, I think it's just more street. You know what I'm saying? It's more, storytelling type music, like Michael Love said. It's kind of like, even nowadays, niggas rap about the crimes that they committed. You know what I mean? But you ever heard niggas say, "Hey, come here, let me rap to you"? That's a tool. It's an action. So I agree. I agree with what you said about the it is a tool.
I mean, that's just what I don't know, but
can I Can I get back in the good graces of the hip hop guys? Let me break something down. Rap versus hip hop.
Enough. You will be science.
Now, Drake aside, you know what I'm saying? This is what it is, right? And y'all might not know this, but there was a time what I was talking about. Like, I don't know if y'all know about Yo MTV Raps and all this other stuff back in them times. Dr. Dre and Ed Lover, not the Dr. Dre Beats by Dre. Dr. Dre and Ed Lover and these people, right? Where New York had a hold on the game. It was either East Coast or West Coast music. And even before the West Coast music, it was East Coast music. If y'all ever looked at a movie called Crush Groove, you know what I'm saying? They talking about these men making a record label with rap music. And this is one of the first. They had Run DMC, I believe it was like Curtis Blows, the Fat Boys, and some other people. These was like the pioneers of what we would call hip hop, right? There was no music, no niggas from Atlanta and Miami and all of that was famous for doing music at that time. Not in that genre of music. We were still doing blues and soul. And then, you know, when you had Luke that came into the strip clubs and all of that, where they would come down and enjoy themselves at the strip clubs in Atlanta and Miami. So what happened was New York's form of music began, which was the one that was on TV, was the one that was on the charts because they was the first people getting record deals with Def Jam and all of these different people that was starting to give rappers actually music deals and stuff like that. So once like the South started to come in and the West Coast, once NWA comes in, it wrecks the whole game. Because even back then, you had like X Clan and Public Enemy and all of these conscious rappers, leaders of the new school that was talking about, you know, the elements and all of this other stuff that they was doing, the 5%ers and the gods and earths and all of these cats. And then NWA changed it to now they was just talking about shooting niggas, slapping bitches, doing all this kind of stuff. And in order for New York to separate what they was doing from what was going on now, as the rap game started to evolve, they had to put a label on it. And hip hop was like 5 elements. I don't remember what they all was, but I know some of them was graffiti, breakdancing, DJing. You know what I'm saying? You had all of this, and it was placed on that to separate their style of music from everybody else on it. So you couldn't be hip hop unless you really had the same type of you know what I'm saying, the backpacks and the breakdancing and all this other stuff from New York. So when they saying that, what they really was doing is like, we New York, F everybody else type joint. That's why you heard Pimp C saying, you know, making songs like Quit Hating the South, saying this ain't hip hop, these country rap tunes and stuff like that. So like, just imagine how they felt when Atlanta got they run, when you know what I'm saying, when Houston and Texas and all them got they run, when you know, Florida coming out the woodwork and the West Coast. The basic thing that they can say is this is not hip hop, this is rap music. And it's still going on to this day. That's really what he's saying. Drake ain't from New York. Drake ain't got no backpack. He ain't got that style like what I was saying about J. Cole. J. Cole could fit in that era. Drake can't really fit in that era. He never tried to. So what y'all gonna say? Y'all gonna say the Hot Boys, they was singing. They ain't real hip hop. Y'all gonna say Bone Thugs and Harmony, they was singing. They ain't real hip hop. It's like, you know what I'm saying, brothers, they want to put a lock on it. They say, well, he's good. He's selling way more records than me. More people like him than me, but he's not really hip hop. That was their way of doing that. And you couldn't be hip hop if you wasn't Wu-Tang Clan and Biggie, anybody from New York. And that's the issue that we really dealing with. It's East Coast versus West Coast versus down South. And that's really what's going on. It's a lot.
Yeah.
What you say exactly. I don't mean to change the topic, but I know, you know what I'm saying, we at the bottom of the hour type. And
we at the hour.
Well, listen, man, I want to ask y'all something. And we're gonna save this topic for next week. Well, we might, depending on what y'all take on it. Here's the question. what's up with everybody becoming Muslim? Most Def, it's a boxing nigga, Tank, Dirk, everybody's turning Muslim. What's up with that? I think we should talk about that next week.
Yeah, I mean, if you want,
it's a lot of niggas,
throw it in there.
Muslim, man. Are they leaving the Christian church? Is it the Christian church has done such a disservice that it's like they feel like all they got left is the Muslim mosque? They feel like they have more protection in the Muslim mosque? Do they feel like they can do whatever it is that they want and live the lifestyle they want to live because of the Muslim religion, or what is it?
I think it's a whole plethora of things. And my fault, I ain't gonna be going with it.
No, you gotta say.
I'll be quick as possible. I was gonna say I think it's a whole collection of things. It could be also they're trying to find their blackness. It can also be the popularity of the Islam movement back from the 60s. And we didn't have nothing that we can fall back to other than just being a Christian. So, oftentimes I don't know, it's ignorance. You know what I mean? I don't think it's like, them trying to, it's just ignorance, man. Niggas want to connect to something that they can relate to, and they feel like being Muslim is the blackest or the nearest thing to being finding out their true blackness. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know.
I agree with what he said. I think it's that. I think also too. I think because even in them trying to become Muslim, what they looking for is when you compare the Muslim, Islam, however you want to say it, when you compare that to the Christian church, it's just more masculine. And young cats, if you out in the street, you know what I'm saying? Because I got people I know that was like stone cold, street dudes and then turned Muslim. But most of that was just because of the fact that when you looked at them at the time, comparing them to the church, you in the church screaming and hollering, crying, versus these dudes on the corner, at least, holding up a newspaper, just putting on the suit, doing something masculine. And I think most of them do that not only, and then they got numbers, you know what I'm saying? It's more men, you know what I'm saying? It's more order, you know what I'm saying? It's out of order, but it's more order than the Christian church. So I think black people, especially black men, black men, we kind of looking for somebody that militant thing. And so, the black Muslims, they kind of embody that, so to speak. So
No, I agree. The Christian church have made themselves out to be a complete joke. I don't blame you for leaving the Christian church. What about you, Strong?
I mean, I actually agree with everything y'all said. So, like, I would just even go one step further. Even when you're not in a Christian church, what people is realizing is once you leave, let's say you saying about leaving the church, but for people who ain't never been in the church, for people that was in the streets, eventually you get tired of what you seeing happening in the streets. At some point in your life, you get old enough to realize that what's going to happen to you living the street life is either dead or in jail. Now you got a rib, you got kids, and you want to do something better with your life, and you damn sure ain't going in that church. You know what I'm saying? You feel like you want to be close to God, and you know that
Megatron wants you back. He's pulling you back to the planet.
That God don't fit you.
Yeah, you pissing off
to be a part of the city serving God and they know it ain't church. So.
We caught the gist of it, sir, but you was breaking up a lot. All right,
next week. For sure, break that down.
Olivia Arnold said only gangbangers turning Muslim for protection. Just might be trying to find a way. They will get there when it's their time. Yeah, Lord willing. So next week, you know what I'm saying? We'll talk about it a little bit. You know
I am the way, the truth, and the light.
You know what I mean?
Come to the ICPK, nigga.
Yeah.
Hey, the water for the war as usual, brothers, for having me on, man. Special guest in this joint. I felt special.
You ain't no special guest, man. You part of the show. You gotta show up.
Tap it in from I'm on the road. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, let me tell you who y'all need to get on here. Y'all need to get Officer Rikabi on here one week. I guarantee you, y'all gonna get some content that y'all can make some shorts out of. That brother got something to say.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good idea.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
That's all.
Hey,
one thing too I wanted to mention. I meant to say it before we got the show started. You know what I'm saying? I know we promised y'all that we would have a debate. You know what I'm saying? Topic being, was the Bible written by colonizers? The reason why that didn't happen is because our guest canceled. You know what I'm saying? Last minute. So, you know, we just chucked it up to we'll reschedule it and try it again later. But you know, we are still on Big O. Officer Scott, aka Strong Palm, is on Big O. So, you know, if you have Big O, you know what I mean, definitely jump in with them and check out a conversation. But if you don't have Big O, you might want to go and download that, man. There's some good topics going on over there.
Hey, when y'all gonna join me on a big old room, man? I had a war as usual on the panel, man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe interview y'all about the show, about the podcast, and kind of see if we can move some traffic off of Big O on the subscribe, get them to do it in real time.
Yeah, let's do that. Send in your donations. Help us build up this channel, man. Subscribe, hit that subscribe, hit that like, share these videos.
Listen, we on YouTube and on Facebook. Make sure y'all follow both. You know what I mean?
Yes.
All the social media sites. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. All right, so next week, man. What episode, man? Next week. Oh man, we didn't put it up here. Next week will be episode 16, man. So we'll see y'all next week, all right?
Yes, sir.
Yo.